Good morning, children. Welcome to your English class. In today's English class, we are going to start a new chapter from your Marigold book. Today we are going to start Unit 1 from Marigold book. Now, in this unit, first we have a poem. The name of the poem is A Happy Child. First, we will do the poem. So, children, please open page number 1 of your book and try to recite the poem after me. That will help you. So, let's start the poem. The title of the poem is A Happy Child. That means the poem will talk about a child who is very happy. Now, why the child is so happy? Let's see. My house is red, a little house. A happy child am I. I laugh and play the whole day long. I hardly ever cry. So this was the first stanza. Let's look at the lines. My house is red, a little house. The first line indicates that the happy child has a house that is little and the color of the house is red. Now, what is the color of your house? The next line, a happy child am I. The child is also saying that he or she is very happy. But why? I laugh and play the whole day long. Whole day long. That means all day long. The happy child laughs and plays the whole day long. That is why he or she is very happy. I hardly ever cry. Hardly. That means rarely. The child rarely cries. So the child is very happy as he or she laughs and plays the whole day long. And we also get to know that the color of the house of the happy child is red and it is a little house. Now we will do the next stanza. Let's recite. I have a tree, a green tree, to shade me from the sun. And under it I often sit when all my play is done. So I have a tree, a green tree. That means the happy child also has a tree that is green in color. Most of the trees are green in color. So the color of the tree is green. Now the child uses the tree to shade her or him from the lights of the sun. When the sun rose above our head, it gives so much light, and often the sunlight is so hot and scorching. We need a shade to rest. So here also the child sits under the tree to take rest, to shade him or her from the scorching sunlight. When all my play is done, the child sits under the tree when all his or her play is over, and then he or she sits under the tree to rest in the shade of the tree. So this was the poem. Let's recite the whole poem. Please repeat after me. A happy child. My house is red, a little house. A happy child am I. I laugh and play the whole day long. I hardly ever cry. I have a tree, a green tree, to shade me from the sun. And under it I often sit when all my play is done. So this was the poem, A Happy Child. Now children, in Unit 1, you have a story. The name of the story is Three little pigs. Three little pigs. So now we are going to read a story about three little pigs. You can see that I have drawn three pigs, and I have also drawn a picture of a wolf. So the main characters are three pigs, and their names are Sonu, Monu and Gonu. These are the three pigs, and we also have another character, that is a wolf. So let's read the story about the three little pigs. So let's read the story. The story is on page number 8. So children, please open page number 8 and we will read the story together. I will read the story and you will try to repeat after me. You need to read the story well. That will help you. So let's read the story. So the name of the story is Three Little Pigs. Three little pigs. Once there were three little pigs, Sonu, Monu and Gonu. So you can see that the story is about three little pigs and their names were Sonu, Monu and Gonu. They were very good friends and their houses were side by side. Now, Sonu lived in a house of straw. Monu lived in a house of sticks and Gonu lived in a house of bricks. So the pig named Sonu, he lived in a house that was made of straw. So he lived in a straw house. Now Monu, this pig lived in a house of stick. And lastly Gonu, he lived in a house of brick. Now children, which house is the strongest? The house of brick, isn't it? Now, one day a big bad wolf came to Sonu's house. Now you can see that here is the big bad wolf. One day he came to Sonu's house. What did he say? He said, I will huff and puff and I will blow your house down. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. So this bad wolf threatened Sonu that he will huff and puff so hard that his straw house will blow down. Now what is to huff and puff? That is to breathe out heavily and loudly. So the wolf huffed and puffed and the house of Sonu blew down. Now Sonu became very frightened. He ran to Monu's house. Sonu ran to Monu's house. The wolf came to Monu's house. He said, I will huff and puff and I will blow your house down. So the wolf now came to Monu's house. The house of Monu was made of stick. Here also the wolf said the same thing, that I will huff and puff and I will blow your house down. So the wolf did so. So he huffed and puffed and blew Monu's house down. The bad wolf blew down Monu's house as well. Now Sonu and Monu became very frightened and they ran to Gonu's house. The house of Gonu was made of brick. That was the strongest among all. Now the wolf came to Gonu's house. The wolf now came to Gonu's house. What happens? Sonu and Monu ran to Gonu's house. The wolf came to Gonu's house. He said, I will huff and puff and I will blow your house down. The same words. Here also the wolf said that he will huff and puff so hardly that the house of Gonu will be blown down. Now, he huffed and he puffed, but he could not blow the brick's house down. As the house of Gonu was made of brick, he could not blow down the house of brick. It was very strong. The house of brick is very strong, so he could not blow down the house of Gonu. The wolf went away, and Sonu, Monu and Gonu lived happily together in the red brick house. So ultimately the wolf went away, and Sonu, Monu and Gonu together lived in the red brick house. So they were really very good friends. Now this was the story. I hope you have understood the story well. Try to read the story, that will help you. So this was Unit 1 from Marigold book. I will meet you in my next class. Till then, take care and goodbye.